Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp, and today is almost Christmas Eve. It is the 24th, and that means also the 24th beer in our advent calendar. I must admit I have very high hopes for this. I've been looking forward to this for more than 3 weeks, so let's not hesitate any longer and let's just open up that CCT fermentation tank and finally find out what it is. Nice. I've been hoping for this for quite a while, and I haven't tried any of the series. This is the DANSAERT series, which is actually the replacement of the barrel-aged series that we had the new from, and they do have several different come on, it's like a bird squeeze. A freshly newborn DANSAERT beer. Okay. This is a nice coincidence because this is the one that I was hoping for the most. This is the Foeder Saison, and a Foeder is a very large wooden casket, and you guys know I love Saisons. So this is a barrel-aged Saison. It's a Foeder-aged Saison. This bad boy is a super duper blend of young and old mixed culture Saison. Blasted with aromatic hop varieties, it's sure to be so tart and dry that you'll be ready for anything. Dynamic evolution in the bottle. I do believe that. And it says 25% fresh Saison, 75% Foeder Saison, matured for 3 months in chestnut foeders, and both fermented with our mixed culture and dry hopped with Idaho 7 and something that has been erased. Okay, guess we'll never know, or I have to look it up. Now, this does have a lot of sediment, and it would be a shame to drink a beer like this too warm, so I am gonna put this in the fridge for a while, and I will get back to you guys soon thereafter. Very excited about this. Also, very beautiful bottle, and I immediately recognize this by the bottle cap, of course. All right, let's put this to rest for a while. See you in a minute. Hey all, I just got back. I let this rest in the fridge for quite a while. It has this lovely champagne bottle, so the sediment has settled in this, let's call it a moat. And I still can't read the other hop, so oh well, guess it will be a surprise. One thing that I just noticed is it is just a regular cap. It doesn't have a cork. I would have expected this to have a cork, but that of course doesn't change the beer. Let me take my festive glass here. Also 5% ABV, which is nice, mainly for a festive beer like this. Doesn't have to be too high in alcohol. I know some people have another idea about that. Ooh. Oh, what a shame. So, very active. Look at all those bubbles. And of course some of the sediment came along, but we'll work around that. I might have taken it out of the fridge a bit too wild. But of course it is wild yeast, and I'm wildly enthusiastic about this beer. It does smell like a gueuse, but of course it is a mixed fermentation, so apparently they fermented it with a regular yeast strain, high fermentation, and part of it was fermented with a wild yeast strain, Brettanomyces. So that explains one part. So when I smell this beer, I'm thinking a bit Orval, but that is quite logical because that has the same fermentation process, albeit other yeast strains, of course. But the idea is more or less the same. And I also get a bit of sweetness, but also a bit of hay, and I'm guessing that the wood from the Foeders has something to do with that. It is a lovely 37.5 centiliter bottle. That's mainly the reason why I couldn't get it out of that tiny hole. But yeah, let's have a taste. I've been waiting for this for quite some time now. I'm gonna pour gently because, like I said, some of the yeast was taken up with the bubbles. It does have some foam, not that much. Of course, I'm pouring very carefully, but it is a lovely white foam. Actually, sort of like we're used to with Geurs as well. It will probably dissipate very quickly. I'm gonna leave that in the bottle. It is quite thin when it comes to scent. Actually, I mainly smell clementines, but that's because I just ate a clementine and my hand smells of clementine. So this actually smells like a rather young lambic. Now, of course, it has matured for 3 months in chestnut foeder, so it hasn't aged for 3 years. And I don't know what the 75% has been through. So bottling date June 2022, best before June 2024. So I am actually thinking of getting another bottle of these, maybe one of each if this is a good one, and just putting them to the test. Anywho, let's first taste this one. Cheers. Oh my. Yeah. Right off the bat, there's not that much Saison left in there. And by that I mean I do get some dryness, some sourness. It is rather astringent. The wood's really in there. It is chestnut, it's not oak. I'm not getting the sweetness and the vanilla, but I am getting a lot of citric acid. Probably some lactic acid as well. Again, they do deliver what they promise. This is very, very dry. Also very thirst quenching, and it is rather thin, but because of this being so dry, it doesn't really matter actually, because you do get that full mouthfeel, because that astringent feeling covers your whole mouth, the roof of your mouth, your tongue. I think this is an absolutely lovely beer, but I may have one remark, and that's it is a shame that not much of the bitterness has left behind. Now I do see dry hopped with 2 hops, and I don't really taste that through here. So personally, I would have liked yeah, maybe a bit more hop in the cooking phase, a bit more bitter hop, and maybe a bit more bitterness from the dry hopping. But apart from that, this is still a very lovely beer, and I wouldn't mind putting one of these bottles or a few of these bottles between my collection of old Gueuze. Of course, this isn't that old. It actually tastes like a young Gueuze or a young blend or a medium-aged lambic, but a bit more sour. But nonetheless, well-rounded, absolutely lovely beer. Another job well done by the Brussels Beer Project, and I actually think that we're looking at maybe another 4 here in Untapped, so an 8 out of 10. So despite my nagging about the whole bunch of IPAs, we did get a treat in the last week, because I believe this is our 3rd or 4th farmhouse ale, a 3rd or 4th Saison in less than 2 weeks. We've had a few fruit beers. We actually didn't have any IPAs anymore those last few days. So yeah, another successful advent calendar for me. Now, I must say that I don't plan on doing the Brussels Beer Project one again next year. Not that I'm disappointed or anything, but I did it twice. I don't want that Brussels Beer Project playlist to become like 150 beers long with a lot of repetition. So I might do another one next year, and I might have to look at Yo, what he's gonna do, and I'll take another one then. So we can compare it side by side. I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely holiday. Yeah, I don't think I will be back again tomorrow. We'll see. Probably take a day of rest. But after this, I am gonna do another week of Christmas beers. Since I'm doing one every day, yeah, I might as well. I am not gonna do this the whole year round, because I have gained like 5 pounds because I drank more than I'm used to. So bad idea. But have a lovely holiday, everyone, and I will see you guys again tomorrow or the day after for a Christmas beer. And as usual, if you have any questions, remarks, leave them down below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Cheers.